Are cruise ships not American enough for cruisers? Should there be more Americans that work on board ships? Should they serve more American foods? And should they go to more American cruise ports? I mean, I kind of thought the point of cruising was to get away from normal life, but are they just not American enough? Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about, are cruise ships not American enough for cruisers? Do you want more American things, more American people working on the ship, more American food? Do you want to go to more American places? You don't want to go to the Caribbean. They're not as good. You don't want to try new foods. It's not as good. You don't want to meet people from all around the planet. They are not as good, at least according to a couple of people. But they asked the question, they made the statement, it went to survey, we have the results. Let's find out, do people want cruises to be more like exactly what they can get at home? Or do they want to keep them the way they are because, it's an opportunity to get away? First up, let's talk about food on cruise ships. Yeah, there's going to be some items on cruise ships, on menus, on the buffets, in the restaurants, of things you've probably never ever tried. Now, one of the great things about cruising is a lot of times, especially in the main dining rooms, in the buffets, you can try all these different foods you've never heard of, considered trying, had an opportunity to eat, find out whether you like it, don't like it, and it's all included in the cruise fare, which makes it a good opportunity to do exactly that. Now, I get not every food is for everybody. Not everybody wants to try everything and experience new foods. That's perfectly okay too. But should we take those items off the menu and say that nobody should try them? Should they only serve food that's available here in America because, well, that's just what the people want? Can you explain why an American cruise line has escargot on their menu? It was on the menu last night here on the Vincia. I looked around the tables and nobody had ordered it. Are you surprised? And 5,998 people said, put more American choices on the menu. I have never ordered the escargot. I will never order the escargot. While 9,619 people said, I have ordered the escargot and I loved it. Now, this is one of those polls where I think it probably could have been worded a little bit different because they made it specific to escargot. So yes, almost 6,000 people said they have not ordered escargot, and a little over 9,000 people said they did order escargot. But I think it should have said something, would you order something you've never tried before? Would you taste something you've never tried before? And not just been specific to escargot. I think then the results might have been further apart than they were. Now, me personally, I've never tried the escargot. Tiffany's eaten it. The kids have eaten it. It was there. It was in front of me. It just was not an appetizing choice for me personally, so I didn't try it. Personal choice. I don't think it should be taken off the menu. I don't think anybody else should be denied the opportunity to try it. It was purely not for me, but there are several things that I had not heard of, not tasted previously prior to cruising. I like the fact that I could discover something new, that I could try something new. And me personally, I would not like to go to the main dining room or to the buffet and only see foods that I could get at home. But what do you guys think? Do you want more American food on the cruise ships? Less unique opportunities to try something else? Or how about more Americans working on board the cruise ships? Do you want to speak to somebody from America when interacting with the crew member? You get on a cruise ship right now, you are going to meet and find people from all around this planet. Cruising is a big, giant melting pot of people, whether it's passengers that can come from anywhere, crew members that can come from anywhere. You want to meet somebody from someplace you've never been and hear about it, learn about it. There's a chance you can do it on a cruise ship. But we have somebody who says, no, 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 especially over at customer service at the guest relations desk. You should not have people that are not American working there because apparently if they're not American, the service is awful. Your onboard customer service desk on your ships are awful. You should only employ Americans who speak English. And not surprising whatsoever, only 421 people agreed with that statement, while 19,920 said, for the most part, I've always found the guest services desk to be helpful and the people that work behind the desk to be very kind. I do not expect to see more Americans working there. So I kind of take that the guest service experience is awful because they don't speak perfect, crystal clear English. I mean, I know Americans that don't speak crystal clear, perfect English either. And yes, for crew members, a lot of times English is a second language. But I've never had a problem with going to the guest services desk and getting taken care of what needed to be done. Language has never been a barrier. And never once have I thought, man, this would be a better experience and I would get exactly what I wanted if it was an American there instead of somebody from another country. Statements like this really make me think that, look, if you don't want to interact with people, work with people, deal with people from different places around this planet, cruising probably is not for you because, well, crew members from all around the world, that's a plus for cruising, not a negative. And finally, are cruise ships, are they wrong for going to the Caribbean? Are they wrong for going to places other than the United States? Is it really something that people want to do? You want to board a cruise ship in America and just go to another American city and then another American city? Are they really better than the vacations and options and port stops that we have now? I mean, if you live in the United States and you want to visit another city in the United States, you can just go do that. Doesn't require a cruise ship. I like boarding a ship, leaving this country and going and visit other places, other countries, other cultures, other people, adventures outside of my own backyard, but not everybody apparently feels that way. Please include more American ports as places we visit during the cruise. Why does Carnival Cruise Lines not include New Orleans, San Francisco, and Boston? These are just as good and fun places to visit as most of your selections in the Caribbean. And 5,806 people did say, I would like to sail to these ports and visit them for the day during my cruise, while 15,175 people said, I really do not have an interest in having places like New Orleans, San Francisco, and Boston and having them as part of my cruise itinerary. So, would you guys want to visit more American ports? Is that what's missing from cruise itineraries? There are a couple cruises that do hit American ports in their itinerary. You know, of course, they're still going to go to a foreign port that is required. But the ports that they list here, San Francisco, New Orleans, well, cruise ships already depart from those ports. Because if there's an American city that's has a port big enough to accept a cruise ship, generally a cruise ship sails from there. So if you really wanted to see that city, wouldn't you go in a day or two ahead of time prior to your cruise? Enjoy the city, enjoy the fun, enjoy the sights, then get on your cruise and visit foreign port? I don't know that I would want to give up a place I've never been for a place that I could drive to. Maybe that's just me. When you look at all three of the surveys, the majority, they don't want more American foods. They don't want more Americans working on the ship. They don't want more American cruise ports in their cruise itinerary. The point of cruising is to get away, to go on vacation, to go someplace new, try something new, meet somebody new from another part of the world. If you want a vacation that's exactly like what you have in your everyday life, why not simply do that type of vacation, a land vacation, instead of expecting cruise ships to make it just like home? That's not the point of cruising. At least to me, that would be like going all the way to Italy and then wondering why there's not a Starbucks on every single corner because you want a coffee. And that is going to be our video for today. Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you with the minority? Are you with the majority? Should cruise ships be more American? Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.